Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be low character women and the shady things they do. So, this particular email is from a viewer. He started dating a woman, he's in the middle of a divorce, and initially he was thinking, great catch, lucky me. But one day he's still living at home with his wife, ex-wife to be, and their kids. And so she happened to see a text show up in his phone, and somehow she put two and two together, and she's like, that's my boss's girlfriend you're talking to. And he's like, what? She's like, yeah, she lives with him and everything. And so he later confronts her about it. And of course she denies, oh, no, that's not me. And he knows the truth because his wife works for the dude, and I guess has met her or seen her. And she recognized the name when she saw it pop up in his phone. And so she finally admitted that she actually lives with her boyfriend, but he continued reaching out and dating her, trying to be Mr. Captain Save-A-Ho. And because he was focused on how much he liked her. Remember, human beings, we all make our decisions based on our emotions, and then we use logic and reason to justify that. So in this case, he's in the middle of a divorce. He's really hot for her. I think he said he was more attracted to this woman than he had ever been to his ex-wife to be. And so for him, physically, it was an upgrade. But other than that, you could tell it's just a good email to go through because he just totally cannot remain objective. And the book is, you're not going to fix bad character with the book, but it will reveal it quickly in the dating and courtship process. So you can dip, but even when guys find this stuff out, the thirst is real. They don't care. They'll stick around thinking they're going to fix her, change her, save her. Oh, well, she'll finally leave this unhappy relationship like they do in the Disney movies, and then we'll be together and live happily ever after. Well, let's see what actually happens in the real world. So he says, Coach wanted to send an email regarding a situation I went through prior to hearing about your book and videos. I've read the book and audiobook 8 times, and I'm still trying to go through it. The situation is, I met a girl at the gym who actually initially started talking to me first. After we talked a few other times after gym class, we ended up going out on a date. Now, just keep in mind, we know that she lives with her boyfriend, and so she runs into a dude, oh, yeah, let's go out on a date. She meets in the gym. You can tell she just don't give a damn. She don't care about her commitment. She don't care that she lives with her boyfriend. Whatever reason she's not happy, because she's a low-character person, if she's not happy, hey, just go date somebody else and sleep with somebody else. Solve your problem. After going out on a few dates and hanging out in the car, talking for a couple of hours, she eventually kissed me. She did all the pursuing at first. She constantly said she has never liked someone this much. She said her ex-husband liked her more than she liked him. That's the thing. So many guys, probably a majority of dudes, get married and their wives are never in love with them and they have no idea. They have no idea they're marrying somebody that just kind of settled. She talked about cut her first, cute her first. I don't know. He misspelled a word here, so I don't know what he's saying. It's helpful when you guys send these emails if you kind of proofread them. And then I was the first person she could see having kids with. Keep in mind, she lives with her boyfriend. There was an age difference through me, 44, and her being 34. So they got a 10-year age gap. No big deal. Things were going well, and I thought I'd met a great girl. I got a winner. My situation was I was just coming out of a divorce, and I was still at home with my kids and my soon-to-be ex-wife. Well, while at home, my ex-wife saw her number, and a text from her pop up in my phone. She told me that this individual was the girlfriend of her boss at work and that they lived together. Oh. Under normal circumstances, you think, well, it's the end of that. But we tend to project our fantasies of what we want the person to be, and we just completely ignore reality. And so what happens is he starts creating a story in his head that justifies her behavior and makes it okay so he can continue dating her because, again, he's focused on how much he likes her and he's not really paying attention to the fact she's cheating on her live-in boyfriend. And on top of that, his ex-wife-to-be knows her. I was, of course, shocked as she had never mentioned this before. I confronted her about it. Big shock. Can't believe it. She's a liar and a cheater. Zero integrity. This is not somebody you want to have children with because she will turn your kids into lying fucking dirtbags. And no dad wants to have his kids grow up to be dirtbags. She initially denied it, but after pushing harder, she said yes, it is correct, and I deserve better. So she knows she's a garbage human, basically. You deserve so much better than me. We then went no contact, but I'll admit, after my divorce, I was in a beta phase, and so after seeing her again at the gym 2 weeks later, I texted and reached out. I told her to let me know when she breaks up with her boyfriend and we can maybe pursue things. She said she wants to meet me, and we ended up going on a date that night. It's like, hey, no problem. You know, maybe, I don't know where he must live up north. He doesn't have the Hialeah divorces like we do in South Florida, which is, you mow another man's lawn in South Florida, especially if you live in Hialeah, and bad things happen. You might make the evening news. Again, a couple of weeks later, she told me she broke up with her boyfriend, and we ended up dating for about 6 weeks, hooking up multiple times. Do we really believe she broke up with the guy and moved out and just moved on? Or do we think he continued to bullshit himself? It seemed like things were going very well, and then all of a sudden she became distant. She was still living with her ex, but said he had moved to the basement. Sure. Remember, she broke up with him, right? Well, I'm actually kind of living with him still, but he's living in the basement. True story. No bullface lie. I wouldn't lie to you. Of course, again, I did all the wrong things and became very beta and very needy and drove her away, and she became more distant. To the point where she sent me a text early one morning essentially saying it wasn't worth the effort anymore. So she lost attraction and respect. He says, again, being a beta male, I sent the love text back, and she said I wasn't getting the point, that she didn't want to pursue this anymore. So his response is, I love you, baby, I love Stella, don't do this. And she's like, bro, you're not getting the point. I'm over it. You dried me up. You made me like the Sahara Desert. She's like, thanks, but no thanks. We then went no contact for about 8 weeks, but again, I couldn't take the rejection, and I reached out to her on her birthday. We then texted back and forth for about 5 months until at some point I had enough and stopped texting her. The point where I had enough was when we were dating. We had discussed possible places to go on vacation. And after she broke up, I went on all those vacations by myself. She then said I stole all of her vacations and she didn't feel comfortable sharing things with me. I mean, the reality is she didn't respect you. She wasn't attracted to you anymore. And you're doing all the chasing and all the pursuing after you talked, texted, and chased her out of your life. But at the end of the day, this woman's not loyal to anybody. This hoe ain't loyal. She belongs to the streets. We were not following each other on social media at this point, and I have never told her I went on these trips, so not sure how she found out. Well, she probably creeped your social media, or your ex-wife-to-be told her. Probably trolling her. This is the point where I said, take care and good luck, and we haven't spoken in almost 2 years. Since this time, I've learned about your work and trying to apply the 3% man to my life. It was an interesting situation because she pursued me and definitely love-bombed me. Yeah, she was laying it on pretty thick in the beginning. That's typically what narcissists tend to do. Narcissists tend to be liars. They tend to be dishonest. They tend to be selfish. And they're not loyal to anybody. And they do a lot of love bombing. They really lay it on thick. And if you're desperate, if you're needy, or in this case, you're in the middle of a divorce, or you're a guy that never was really successful with the kind of girls you really wanted, and a woman starts love bombing you, you're going to eat it up like catnip. Right, Oshi? Right? Just like catnip. She would reach out daily, multiple times. She would talk about how she can't wait for us to meet, to get together. She would discuss how she wanted to hook up as soon as possible. Well, I guess for her, the thirst was real. She wanted to get some strange. To the point where we hooked up in the car multiple times because we couldn't go to her house and I couldn't take her to mine. I think, as you would say, she turned out to be a low-character woman, basically cheating on her boyfriend with me and not telling me about it. Well, didn't tell him about it either. So there's that. I come to find out that she was still with her boyfriend the whole time that we were dating. And after, she told me she broke up and they had gone on multiple vacations and done multiple things together. See? That's character's destiny. So he was her side piece for a period of time. Oh, I definitely broke up. Oh, he's living in the basement. Trust me. Oh, he's totally in the basement. He's totally in the basement this time. It's okay. It's like, see how easily she lies? This girl just don't care. You got to vet for character, man. Character is destiny. So she just told this guy what he wanted to hear. You know, that's just classic narcissist. And she's probably blowing all kinds of sunshine up her boyfriend's. Oh, it was a one-time thing. It'll never happen again, baby. You're the only one I want. It's like, sure. Women like this she's a fucking mercenary. She ain't loyal to nobody. Again, I think I got lucky as she's a low-character woman, but it's definitely taught me a big lesson, as I thought she was definitely one of the best girls I've ever met, and she checked all my boxes. Well, you knew this right off the get-go when you were talking to her, because your wife told you that she's living with her boyfriend, and you proceeded to go out with her anyways, probably because you've seen too many Disney movies where this kind of situation. Because what do you usually see? You get a lonely guy, a lonely girl, but she's in an unhappy marriage or relationship, and the lonely guy starts hitting on the lonely girl who's in the unhappy relationship. And some things happen, and then eventually she leaves the jerk that she's with and cheats on the jerk that she's with to be with the new guy. And in the movies, they live happily ever after. You get fireworks, you get orchestras going off. All kinds of wonderful things happen. But in the real world, she just cheats on her boyfriend and continues fucking her boyfriend, lying to you, lying to the boyfriend, continues living with him. It's like nothing changes. I was more attracted to her than my ex-wife. I didn't see the red flags at the time, but after listening to your work, I'm figuring things out. Trying to apply your principles and be a 3% man. Thank you for your work. I am an annual subscriber. Well, I appreciate you being an annual subscriber, and if you who are watching this are not an annual subscriber yet, in the video description of this video, there are links to join on my website, understandingrelationships.com. If you want to become an annual subscriber, you can do a 7-day free trial and check out all the content that you get for your money. And at the end of the 7-day free trial for an annual plan, you get a 25% discount. You can't get that on YouTube or Spotify. So go to understandingrelationships.com, click the plans tab, become an annual premium member. And if you got a question or a challenge or a situation you're in and you'd like to get my help personally, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the coaching tab at the top of your screen on any page, my website, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.